Hey everybody, Dana Stovern here with the Magic of Somatic Money, and you are getting my heat-scorched zucchini blossoms this morning instead of me because I'm really not camera appropriate, and we are going through one heck of a big gateway right now. So wanted to cue you guys in on a couple of things. You know, I track Schumann's, I track the astrology, I track the sun. It's almost kind of like what don't I track because I'm highly sensitive and I really need to know what I'm dealing with, what days are functional for me, which days are not. So I'm constantly tracking all of this stuff. And and when I see the waves of chatter come through about like timelines or timeline jumps or timeline splitting, timeline arcs, they just all seem kind of random and then they kind of kick our ass a little bit. And so it dawned on me, I was like, well, nothing's keeping me from pendulum check everything else. Nothing's keeping me from pendulum checking this. So I started going through and pendulum checking with my calendar as far as just asking pendulum team, like, where are the timeline? Where are the big timeline shifts, arcs, jumps? Where are the big gateways? And I shit you not, my pendulum was able to dial it in. And there was a gateway that I was able to pinpoint, that I was able to pinpoint happening tonight. But we're feeling it through the entire day. Like I got up and there's not really any major astrology today. Schumann's is like really low vibe, I think down around 7 or 8. We've passed through the solar flare. Like there is nothing that should be pinging the chart that where I could feel like we are just getting hammered with energies. And we're kind of getting hammered with energies today. And to pair with it, my spirit team, and believe me, I will tie this in with money because I'm the money lady. My spirit team, I woke up this morning and oh my God, chatty Cathy's. And the thing I can tell you is that when stuff is going on the planet, my spirit team gets all chatty Cathy about it. Well, they were definitely chatty Cathy today. And what I can tell you, and I got clearance from them that I can share this with all of you. My pendulum checked out. Tonight's the gateway. We are definitely feeling the energies of it. So I think at this point we are walking through the gateway, the timeline, the jump, like whatever you want to call it that's in your terminology that works for you. But that's not it. We are building up to a major gateway, a major timeline shift, major gateway on Sunday. I mean, it is so big that like my calendar, I've got one big X mark through that day because there's a lot happening on Sunday. And I asked team, like, is this just for me personally? And they're like, no, this is the collective. This is the collective. And if you've noticed, we've had a lot of people passing. So, and here's kind of the trademark, the hallmarks of all of it. There's a lot of people passing we've seen in the news. That's been going on. Team doesn't like me naming names because of vibrational frequency stuff, but you can go look those up. And the other thing that we're seeing is just, complete chaos with one of the big political parties in our country. And, a lot of chaos in the other political party in this country. And this is what I find so interesting is that, folks, I know it looks like chaos and I know it looks scary and I know there's just a really lot of ugly things going on, but I got to put this question to you. Don't you find it interesting that as we make these leaps and stretches and attunements into 5D and 6D and beyond, as we are releasing all kinds of karmic bonds and we're letting go of all kinds of low vibrational resonances and we're awakening to so much, both, beautiful and wonderful and ugly. And don't you find it interesting that as we are erupting, literally erupting to the top side, and that's Sunday, like today and Sunday, like these are eruptions. As we are erupting to the top side of this thing, don't you find it interesting that we are seeing the most vile power grabs, not just in this country, but all around the world, the most vile power grabs of the old guard really just clutching and grasping at straws, trying to hold on. And, and that's what makes it scary. That's what makes it scary, is because they are pulling all kinds of crap, so to speak. But I want to tell you something that my team told me a long time ago, and they basically said, Dana, when you're moving through the shadow and moving out of the shadow, and you're having boundaries with people, and you're telling the universe more of this, less of that, the old stuff that used to have a free ride, the old stuff that used to have a free ride, just think about that for a minute. The old stuff that used to have a free ride puts up the biggest fight right before it lets go. So just keep that in mind as we walk through, what looks to be, it's an illusion, it's very scary, but we're doing the human walk. It is very real. What looks to be scary, what looks to be tough, things are falling apart, things are falling away. I will grant you that this is not necessarily an easy thing to do, but we're doing it. And we're getting there. And I really, truly believe in my heart of hearts and deep down in my soul, this is going to work. This will work. It is working. If it wasn't working, they wouldn't be throwing so much of a fit, right? So, and the part about the money, I do want to talk a little bit about money. One of the things that I am noticing right now, both with my own money, my own personal finance, what is going on for a lot of the other people that I'm in touch with and talking to, we seem to be in, Spirit keeps calling it a buckle. We seem to be in this like financial buckle where we're kind of hidden or stuck, or things are not working and they're not quite coming through. And what Spirit Team wants you to know is that, and I've said this before, I say it again, what they want us to know is that it's not that the money is not working, it's that things are not lined up yet. And all these infinitesimal connections and vibrations and attunements of us coming along and working with our money in new ways and having personal finance structure and flow in new ways, both from ourselves and spirit world working with us, we're having to go through so many adjustments and attunements and getting things into a certain space for it all to connect up and work. And so one of the things that I wanted to leave with you is, if you are one of those souls where you're like, oh my God, I'm doing everything I possibly can, I'm doing everything right, I'm doing all of my work, like what the hell, like what? If you're in that position, the message that's been coming through is and they keep using the word buckle. We're in this like buckle where things are kind of folded in and they haven't kind of flourished yet, but not to, have hope, don't give up, keep putting one foot in front of the other, keep putting one foot in front of the other. The new attunements, new alignments of the money coming on in a new way is so close. It is so, 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 so close. And I think it has something to do with that gateway on Sunday. So they want me to stop talking now. I hope you enjoyed my zucchini blossoms that are like, aren't they amazing? They are weathering this 100 plus degree heat. And I've got little teeny tiny zucchinis coming on in there. So I hope you guys are doing all right. I hope you're hanging in there, and make it a good one today. And I will catch you in the next video.